way.
This is like, no, this is not allowed. Nope, remove. Uncle in a good old-fashioned race to the castle. I think he's gonna win. Oh, unless the sewer or the well area doesn't count as castle. He breaks his leg. Oh, poor Uncle.
Yep, too bad.
All right, so for the next 6 minutes, things are going to be somewhat standard. We're going to see what item Uncle gives in a moment. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, the path that you end up taking through the game to rescue Zelda and get to Sanctuary.
Unfortunately, it looks like Tojso forgot to start his timer, so those aren't going to be a real indication of what the time is.
Oh!
Tojso gets his wish.
Hammer's really nice. It does tempered slash damage. It one-shots all of these knights.
Yeah, Hammer is basically mega overpowered. Not only does it destroy basically everything in here, 2 hits on the ball and chain guard, big deal. But also, it's unlimited use, unlike the rest of the items we have.
Yeah. It's also probably, of all the items, the one that unlocks the most progression later on.
Oh, absolutely.
So you're going to see Tojso trying to farm for some bombs. You do have those 3 chests, like at the very end of Escape. So if you want to go in there, you need bombs or boots. And there's no guarantee they're going to get boots, but you can kill enemies and hope for bomb drops.
Right. There's also no guarantee that any enemy in here has a bomb anywhere in its drop table.
Yep.
But it's likely somewhere in there.
There's a lot of different enemies. We have the blue knights and green knights, I think, can be on different tables, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they're not in the real game, but they have randomized which tables the enemies can appear on.
Yeah.
Well.
And we have ropes, the snakes that are in the sewer. We have the rats as well.
All of those can be on different groups.
Yep. So it's a pretty good chance you're going to get bombs from something. Now, since our racers do have hammer, we can talk about how goofy the hitbox is.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's pretty tiny. Well, I think we've got the best weapon in the game.
We don't even need to watch anymore. We got the single arrow. We're done.
Yep,
what is there to look forward to?
Oh, and it does look like Tojso managed to pick up a bomb, so that's going to be pretty good for him. Hopefully Manuel will be able to pick up one as well.
I think it was from a green guard, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So I ran some numbers. And the hammer, if you get the hammer as your item from Uncle, it is the only one that significantly decreases the chance that Aghanim is required. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's it goes from roughly 27% chance to roughly 17.
Which is still possible, but very unlikely.
Yeah. And as far as how hammer affects the pedestal, it is right about in the middle. Though the opening item only affects the pedestal by about 0.5% total, so it's, it's not a huge big deal. But the bow is the least likely, and the 10 bombs are the most likely, so it's weird.
Well, bombs doesn't really unlock anything extra by itself.
Right. The Cane of Brian is almost just as likely as the bombs, too.
Because that technically only unlocks Spike Cave and maybe like the Spike Chest in Mire.
Yeah, I don't even think that's in the logic anymore. Like, I think they got rid of the Oko-related logic, except Spike Cave. And Spike Cave is now Brian or Cape and a bottle or half magic.
Okay.
And I paused there because Brian by itself unlocks Spike Cave.
It's a little more efficient in terms of magic usage. All right, so of course, in the course of this escape sequence, they'll get a small key. They need it to unlock the door coming up on Manuel's side. Other than that, there's a map to be found somewhere, and then everything else is an item.
Yep.
So Manuel did not really farm the Green Knights earlier, so he's trying to farm like these rats and snakes here. But if he doesn't find a bomb, he might pass up, and we'll have to see on Tozo's side if it was anything important there.
There's an awful lot of rats in that room that they just went through.
There is.
On the north side, and I didn't even know that.
Because why would you ever go up there?
I mean, if you're really desperate to farm, that's probably a place.
I don't think the boots help that much. Hookshot, I would say, is a little more important for Spike Cave if you want to keep the damage down in there. That's a lot of rupees, so that's nice to have, but no progression.
Yep. And at least we know that the good old-fashioned burrito is not going to be on the sanctuary chest, so Manuel's not going to be disappointed by that.
So we'll probably see Manuel.
I'm calling bombs in this chest.
Oh my gosh, the troll. Oh, just the big 20.
Yeah, no real surprises there.
All right, so we're through the escape sequence, as you see, about 6 minutes. Let's see where our racers decide to go. Do they check Lumberjack for us? Do they go right to Kakariko Village?
Yep. Earlier today, I had someone who just went straight to South Shore.
I mean, with something like Hammer, that's not too bad. But you need the bombs.
All right, so we got 5 rupees from the Tier 2 tree pull. Or 20 rupees, I guess.
So that is one of the nice things about checking this Lumberjack area. You get to check that bush crab that Manuel just picked up. There's a couple of trees. You saw one on Tojso's side, one on Manuel's side that you can pull to see what the items are. You're basically looking for maybe rupees, definitely bombs.
So Manuel checked it, but it was out of visual range for me.
I thought it was like a heart or something.
That makes sense.
Maybe it was hard to see.
Big 20, people are saying.
Oh, big 20. Okay, so that I saw the bottom of it.
Yeah, difference in those being a black border and a white border, I guess. looks like Tier 1 is just red hearts.
Oh no! So
how did that happen?
The Raven dropped an 8-pack of bombs, but it went into the tree. Oh my gosh.
What? Like, I could have swore it was all his, and then, like, nope.
At least it's a healthy seed.
So it looks like Tojso is just going to head down and remedy the bomb situation the old-fashioned way with capitalism.
Oh, Manuel might be risky strat? Oh, risky. Now, this is time-consuming if you have to backtrack to check the bomb wall here. More rupees for Tojso in the tavern.
Well, looks like Zora money's on the table. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
And there's the Cane of Samaria. Whew!
Alright, so we got one bit of future progression for our runners. No one has checked the map yet, so we don't know which dungeons are required.
There is that.
But yeah, we got Zora funds.
Oh! Manuel finds bombs in what I think is a vanilla bomb location.
I honestly have no idea what's in there in vanilla.
I know there's at least one chest in here that has bombs.
Ooh, the lantern. And a sword.
We have a visual.
I mean, that's interesting. You were talking about the probability of it being an Aghanim Seed, which is decreased because of Hammer, but what if we don't get our gloves until Dark World?
Yeah, the probability just kind of went up a little bit. I actually ran this for every iteration of what is it? Swords, hammer, pearl, gloves, cape, boots, and lamp.
Oh my gosh. Bombs behind the bomb wall in Steve's hut.
Wow. But I don't
Really
have the stats with me, so I may have a problem. Hello, I'm Bob, and I'm a dataholic.
Interesting. So Tojso did not check the race game. He's or library, of course. He's opting just to save and quit, get out of here, quickly hit up South Shore.
Interesting. So the race game is, you can treat the race game like any other out-of-the-way location if you want to. You can treat it like Ice Rod. You can treat it like Agina's Cave. They're all treated the same way by the logic.
Sure. That's vanilla bombs on Tozo's side.
Nice.
So in terms of progression, though, our racers actually haven't gotten anything. There's nothing that unlocks new locations at this point.
Yeah. Well, the lamp unlocked one.
One new place?
The big key chest in Eastern?
Oh, right. That makes sense.
But
I don't actually think of that location separately, but yep.
Right.
We did get a fire rod on
Yep.
Tozo's side.
Fire rod and the sunken treasure.
Which, again, nice to have, not progression yet.
All right, let's see what Manuel finds at the race game.
Oh!
The ice rod.
Oh! Tozo's might want that if Turtle Rock's required. Oh, that's funny. We got both rods. What is this?
We got rods for days.
In advance, I like to say I'm sorry, chat. I signed up at the last minute to commentate this. Bugnet. Oh, we can go kill Aghanim. Oh, there's a sword. That is our Aghanim access. No Moon Pearl yet either. Oh, and Tojo's also skipping Ice Cave. So he's skipped Race Game, which has a maybe required Ice Rod so far. Is he making the play?
Oh, wow. Looks like Tojso's just gonna do it.
Oh my gosh. This is so early. So in terms of things that he can go, Race Game, of course, we saw Manuel go. Ice Rod Cave, Agina over at Desert. But we also have the whole Eastern area. And with Lantern, as you mentioned, that's a total of at most 6 items that you can get in that location. 3 in Eastern, 3 behind Sahasrara. So that's a lot of items over there.
Yeah, but with the hammer being the only item leading them toward Dark World, they'd have to get 2 more items. So it's a little bit iffy. You never know.
Tojo's gonna need Moon Pearl. Like, maybe on Pyramid. Like, ideally for Tojso to really pull ahead, number 1, this has to be required, and 2, Moon Pearl's gotta be sitting there on the Pyramid.
Yep.
I think.
Tojso is very much avoiding these one-off locations.
Yep. They're time-consuming.
Like,
Although
didn't check Ice Rod Cave, didn't check Race Game, didn't even, not a second thought to Agina's Cave, not even close. So...
What if boot on Pyramid? Yeah, that could be useful too. So this is about 4 minutes of time. I do want to point out Manuel just picked up his Master Sword. So right now, they're basically even for the items that they have. Yep. So Manuel is going to check the Ice Rock Cave for us. So we'll have to see if this is required. And if so, could be interesting. Moon Pearl makes it so you can go into the Dark World and stay the normal Link sprite. So you can do stuff in the Dark World essentially.
Hashtag bunny logic.
All right, here we go. Anything important?
Oh!
Pearl! Oh my gosh! Aghanim still could be required, though. This might not be that much of a waste, but Tojso's going to have to backtrack all the way over there. And it looks like Manuel's going to do a fake flipper right now.
Yeah, with the Moon Pearl, I would definitely do it right now. Having those 750 rupees on hand, you can get so much checked.
So the trick is that you want to be right off screen, like essentially 1 pixel off screen. A neat trick you can do, since Manuel has bombs equipped, you can bomb yourself towards the wall on the left. And since bombs can't push you through the screen transition, you'll be right there at the screen transition. Just hold up, fall off the ledge, hold left.
There you go, Manuel.
Yeah, this is definitely a gamble for Tojso. He can't do anything in Dark World. He's basically gambling that Moon Pearl's sitting on Pyramid. Of course, we've seen Moon Pearl in Ice Rock Cave, which he passed up. Oh, we should be counting the blue balls. I don't think we've seen any.
I'm not convinced we've seen any yet. Oh, apparently 1.
I was also watching Manuel to see if there's anything interesting on the island, which there wasn't. But we have ether from the hobo. There's the blue balls.
Yep, and there was definitely 1 in the first cycle because that's the end of the second cycle.
Right. If you get 1 or 2 of those blue balls, then you can just 2 cycle it. Whereas with 3, you have to go through this whole 3rd cycle. All right, let's see what was on the pyramid for Tojso.
The Ganon.
Wow, it's a moblin.
Well, no, I think it's just a rendition of the pig Ganon, right?
Oh, maybe.
So like the blue pig Ganon, it looks like it to me.
So nothing important on pyramid. Tojso is going to continue, looks like, over to the eastern area. A lot of money. We found 4 300 drops.
Well, you know, if only they had bottles they could spend their money on.
They're just sitting on the rupees here. I'm actually curious what Manuel is going to do after this. He has a little more to gain by killing Aghanim because he has access to the Dark World at that point.
And you know, that killing of Aghanim could have still been required.
There was a quick map check. I think I saw a Fat Fairy crystal up on Hera and 2 other crystals, not Fat Fairy, for the other dungeons.
Oh, there's a mirror and boots!
Wow. We got boots, which actually unlocks 1 location for us, the Flanctuary. The Bonk Rock Spy Sanctuary. Just a heart for sale on Manuel's side. So boots are really nice to have. Mirror doesn't actually unlock anything yet.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like, with our combined information, looks like Emmanuel's also heading eastern, and will be rewarded with the mirror and boots soon. Given that information, we basically only have up to 3 more items they can get here in eastern. It might be an Aghanim seat. Oh, and there's Agina. Agina's left as well.
Right. The whole Aghanim seed could still be required, and so it may not be that Tojso made the bad call.
We're right now we're looking for a glove. Glove would mean Dark World access. Green pendant is in Turtle Rock, so we might not need that ice rod.
That's true. But I mean, it's pendant Turtle Rock. When has that not held something?
That's right. Is that normally a compass, or is that the map chest? I forget.
I think it's the map. Because I think the compass is in this next chest.
Right, I think you usually get map in a dungeon first.
I mean, you're asking me about the vanilla game, and I've only played it a couple of times. Don't even ask me to try to do an NMG speedrun. I will be, like, awful.
Wow.
Be lucky to set 3.
So we got both of the map, the dungeon items in Eastern. So we're only going to gonna get up to 2 more items here.
And
Bombs
there's that
whatever's in the big key chest.
blueberries.
Blueberries, yes.
But at least this chest here is in the logic. With
given that Turtle Rock is a green pendant, we cannot see mitts at Sahasrahla. You need the mitts to get into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, and the fact that Turtle Rock is a pendant rules out quite a few trolley items that can be on everybody's favorite Master Sword pedestal.
I mean, we have like half the items we need to beat the game so far. Gloves, of course, is the big ones. And given that the Light World dungeon, we got silvers over in the big key chests.
That, I mean, I'm not going to complain.
So, right now, we're looking at pretty much an Aghanim seed, unless there's something at Agina.
Yeah, so now Tojso's going to go pick up those one-off locations he left behind.
Like, uh-oh, I missed something.
Oh, and, you know, we could also check bonk rocks. Yeah,
that's true. That's another one-off. And maybe Tojso could have went to Sanctuary. It would have been a little bit of a walk to get to the race game here, but we would have been able to check another location on the way.
Yeah, it's also not that far just to run through town, so who knows?
Right, right.
All right, Tojso gets the 7-second race game time.
Nice.
Pretty good.
I think it makes sense for Tojso to do it blind just because he's running out of locations. He's missing Moon Pearl, which is huge.
He's going to go to Sank. He's going to pick up the Bonk Rocks location. I've seen gloves here more times than I care to count.
All right, let's see where Manuel goes as well. Because we still have to see an Aga play from Manuel's side. And it... Oh, no, maybe Agina.
Ooh. So we're doing the Agina cave check. This could be huge.
Tojso did not check Lumberjack, so he's going to get that out of the way now. I mean, it's something he actually unlocked.
Yep. He may be picking up his very, very long amount of time, long-awaited Big 20.
All right, let's see what's at the desert ledge on Manuel's side.
It's a bottle.
A bottle? We haven't seen any bottles yet. Could be progression if something's at Sick Kid.
And Tojso is going to check Agina first, I think. And then finally get the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I think that's all that's left for Tojso. And there's Manuel. So Manuel, this is an Aghanim required seed.
Yep, so Tojso made the right call. He just, you know, might have went a little early.
So keep in mind, this is about 4 minutes that Manuel's about to spend here that Tojo's already done. So as long as he makes his way over to Ice Rod Cave, he might be in okay shape. We still have a very close game.
Ice Rod Cave has to be his next destination. There's no way it's not.
All right, there he goes. Yep, he's heading towards Ice Rock Cave. So we're either going to see a fake flipper, that's something Manuel did, or we're going to see an instant save and quit right to Dark World.
Yeah, either one seems likely. I kind of feel like I might throw... just go into the Dark World, maybe check Hype Cave, because I can. Things like that.
So given that they only have access through the pyramid, they can hammer from pyramid to Hype Cave. That's a great location to check. 5 items. Plus, you can go talk to Old Stumpy in the shovel game while you're over there. Heading north, you can't do yet without Hookshot.
Right.
But they could also opt to go into Pod.
Yeah, so Palace of Darkness is on the table, as well as Hype Cave and a few other locations. But the vast majority of the Dark World is still cut off.
Right.
Yeah, Fake Flipper is not in the logic.
Yeah, Fake Flipper is not. Anytime you have to do any kind of either glitch or trick, like doing a dark room, it's not required by logic. Logic says someone new to the game can pick this up and be able to beat it.
No, it might
fancy
take
techniques.
you 7 hours, but you can do it.
There is an easier setup to do Fake Flippers from the left. Oh, we're getting some water walking action from Tojso. He set it up in Ice Rock Cave. So now you can benefit and dash at this section.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes it a lot easier to to do the Fake Flipper, or to return from Hobo on the Fake Flipper.
Emmanuel did not have boots at this point for him.
Yeah, though the fact that he activated the water walking glitch here means that he wouldn't be able to get what's on the Zora ledge with that
Right.
trick. But if he went and got those chests, he wouldn't be able to do that either, so it doesn't matter.
Just a big 20 though, so no big deal. I think it was a heart container, so not much for Tojso. Manuel's coming up to Aghanim now, so they're going to be fairly close together in entering Dark World. Basically check the same things.
Yep. Tojso made up a little bit of time because it was a lot faster doing the Fake Flipper stuff.
Right. Which helped. He had to make up for, skipping Ice Rock Cave in the first place. So we're getting about maybe a minute difference between our runners so far. You see Tojo's going to enter the portal right now. So it looks like we are going to go right the Hype Cave for Tojso. As I mentioned, 5 items.
Yep. So some people will go to Hype Cave and then...
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
In the corners, with Green Pendant, of course, being Turtle Rock, Skullwoods and Mire being our other pendant, and I think it was Swamp, it was our Fat Fairy Crystal. So...
Get out, Swamp.
Fire Rod might not be required.
Yeah, there is that.
Fire Rod, though, it doesn't matter. Mire means flute. Oh, and then he picks up a flute. Maybe this is a pet seed in disguise. Maybe, guys.
I mean, they have picked up, what, everything but the gloves?
Right, so, and mitts are required for both Mire and Turtle Rock. So yeah, like that's the only thing, gloves. We could get bow at Ped, we can get a medallion. No, we can't get a medallion. Forget the medallion. Ignore the medallion. All we're basically missing is bow and flippers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, once they get bow, hookshot, it could be hookshot. And
This is not going to end well for Manuel.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to check the catfish. And that's
No.
it.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. You need gloves.
Whoops.
Just a piece of heart in the shovel game. So it looks like nothing else really on this left-hand side. Flute is nice. Tojso's going to go activate his flute. Manuel's going to make his way south now. I mean, that's definitely a lesson I've learned the hard way as well. I think a couple times, tried to do catfish without gloves. Because I'm like, oh, I'm here. Let's just get this out of the way. Ooh, we're getting a pod play, though.
Yep. When you head off to catfish and it doesn't work out, this is certainly another option.
So, given right now the items that they have, technically they only have access to one chest on the left-hand side. If it's a small key, that unlocks 2 more chests in the dungeon, and then we'll have to see what other items they get. Like if
at
they
least
get
one of those has to be a small key, and then hope that the last, theoretically for the rest of it to be in logic, either the second one or the one in the big key chest has to be a small key.
Now for Tojso, funny enough, that flute unlocks Death Mountain. Like that's not something you usually see. Usually you get a glove by this point, but it's funny getting a Dark World flute gives them Death Mountain access. And given that they have Mirror and Hammer at this point, he can actually get to the right-hand side.
Yep, good old huge chunk of items over there. I'm gonna expect at least one glove before we're done here with Death Mountain.
Yeah, where are those gloves?
How about footwear instead?
More? Well, that's good. That is a required item, so. One down. That's one potential pedestal thing. Oh, nice sword upgrade sitting on top of Spectacle Rock.
Well, that is certainly not unappreciated. I just double negatived myself.
So Manuel just got keys so far. And a bottle, the first bottle.
Bees! Yes, Swamp is a 5/6 crystal.
Right-hand side of Death Mountain from what? The Light World? That's Hammer. You use Hammer on next to Hera. Getting a bomb jump right away. Oh, but a movement.
He's in Hera right now. Yeah, you use the mirror.
I think Manuel's setting the bomb a little too late. It's not gonna... Oh.
Is he giving it another shot? I actually do not like doing the hammer yum right with the... yeah, I was going to say without a small key here.
Then you can't really come back. Because there's not going to be a key over there. In Rando, there's no key on the left-hand side. Yeah. Oh, we're getting a double fall from Tojso, though.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I think he got trolled by one of the mini Moldorms in that room.
I'm not seeing any progression items yet in Pod either.
Yeah, it looks like Hype Cave might have been the play with the flute.
And in fact, I think Dark Maze is actually like out of logic by this point. I mean, there's a chance. There's a chance all the small keys are at this, beginning part. Although the bottle could lead to something.
That is true. Manuel making use of the bee in here.
Oh, and keeping it as well for later. It's only a regular bee, though, not a magic bee.
Oh, right. He's got the mirror, so it wouldn't have been such a big deal to come in here.
taking a death warp in order to have a health refill. He's probably going to continue to Hype Cave afterwards. Although he could actually have just saved and quit, and he would have appeared on the pyramid.
There is that.
All right, we got our
taking
first
care of Troll
dungeon.
Dorm, no trouble.
I should say our first crystal dungeon. Because we have seen Aghanim as the first dungeon.
Yeah, that does technically count as a dungeon. If you run a all dungeon seed, guess what you have to do?
That's right. Sick Kid has mitts. Maybe he does have mitts under his bed. All right, Tojo's going to go through this cut scene here. While Manuel heads over to Hype Cave to get his flute. You would know if Hera Basement's required if when Tojo opened up his menu, he had both map and compass. Therefore, everything else in the dungeon is essentially required. If you can reach it.
Well, you know, it may not be actually required, but it is an item.
Sure. I should say it's an item. But one of the newer changes, not in V29, but at least in V28, you can get keys. Like the small key could have been here, but if that's the case, you can't even access the room, so it doesn't matter. It's the hookshot, though.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely had to come up here with the mirror to get your hookshot. That was the only way.
That is ridiculous. And do you know what that does?
That's everything for Swamp, isn't it?
It sure is.
Man.
Gloveless Swamp. How do you feel about that one?
Gloveless. Well, that's where gloves usually are, isn't it? In this kind of scene.
Yeah, probably.
So, for Go mode, honestly, all we're looking for is bow and 2 gloves. That's it. That's all we need.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
How about some half magic?
I was gonna say, but don't we need medallions? No. No, because they're both pendants.
Like, 2 of essentially the longest dungeons are not required, maybe.
This has the potential to be a rather fast seed. But it also has the potential to be just the trolliest thing in the world.
I mean, we have mirror, but we have no book, so even when they do Skull Woods, we'll have no idea. Like, they can't check pedestal at this point in time.
Yep. So, Manuel is gonna go check the sick kid, I imagine, after activating the flute.
Speaking of fetch quest, how about a shovel on Tojo's side?
Can you dig it?
Oh, jeez.
I'm just doing my best pedestal impression.
So Tojo, I don't think he checked the island while he was here. That's probably what he's doing right now. He just instantly fell into Spiral Cave. Let's see what Sick Kid has. Just 10 arrows. So, unfortunately, Manuel dipped in the pod and it did not pay off. And that was time-consuming in that case. Didn't even get the big key.
Yep, it's over there on the right-hand side. Did get a bottle, so you might could have pulled off the glitch, but you need a potion to do it.
Right. Alright, we are going to check our fetch quest right away on Tojo's side, while Manuel turns in the old man who decided to get lost in the dark. Again, 10 arrows.
Speaking of fetch quests, exactly.
So where's Tojo going to head? There's a lot of places he can actually reach right now, despite not having gloves. But here's the key thing. You have to enter Dark World from the pyramid right now. Without gloves, this is it.
That is
So
your
if he
one
wants
shot.
to do Swamp, he has to go the long way to get the Swamp. And with Hookshot, though, he can go north now. He can actually reach Village of Outcasts.
That is true.
We're gonna see Swamp. Swamp is nice, if not long. It has a total of 6 unique items in there.
Mm-hmm. So, the current scenario is a scenario in which I would check left side.
Yes, definitely.
And the reason behind this is the fact that left side has been open in the logic longer than the right side.
Because of the
Or
hookshot
than the
location.
back side. Right.
Maybe, but the way the randomizer places items, it actually goes backwards. So it has access to everything first, places an item, and then things are a little more restricted, then places the next item type thing.
Well, yeah, it's a little more complicated than that. I was just kind of
Right.
smoothing it over.
I would just say full clear the dungeon while you're here. Given the items they're looking for, key one being gloves. You really want to search for everything if gloves are here.
But like when you boil it down to it, like if the hookshot is here in Hera, like it is, it was likely placed there somewhat early in the logic because that's a weird place for it to be. And then so that meant that the back was kind of cut off after that point, and so maybe
You can finish thieves without any gloves.
you absolutely can.
The room that has the big giant block, kill all the enemies, it opens the left-hand door. So you can either pick up the block with gloves or kill all the enemies and go left for no glove. So honestly, like for our runners right now, soon Manuel once he gets his hook shot down in past the tower room, they can actually beat thieves in Skull Woods. Like they can full clear those dungeons. Skull Woods, of course, being a pendant. But the sad news for chat here is that the only thing that could be at Ped is Bell.
But who knows? You may have chosen the archer class.
Maybe. It's funny that we're about 45 minutes in and we have no gloves yet.
You guys want ped seeds? Because that's how you get ped seeds.
Oh. So something Manuel could do, instead of using hammer, he has tempered. Tempered and hammer do the same damage. So honestly, just slashing with tempered is enough. And what you'd prefer to do is actually do a spin with tempered and then one slash. So it's a little faster. And just
spin slash spin, one or the other, whatever.
Hammer is risky, especially because it's dealing the same damage as tempered, but it has a worse hitbox. We got a glove and powder to go with the glove.
All right, best swamp ever. Not close.
Although he has not done the left-hand side.
That is true.
And we've seen, I think, map so far. So there's at least one item sitting over on the left-hand side.
Yeah, you know, it would be interesting if both gloves were in here. And one's on the left side.
Okay, so yeah, it can be any of those items. However, ultimately, for go mode, all we're looking for is bow, I should say, at ped. If there's an item at ped that leads to bow, it's essentially the same thing. But that's what makes pedestal required. So Manuel just finished off Hera, got his first crystal. Tozo's taking on Argus, and down to 3 hearts. Gotta be a little careful. We do not have a tunic upgrade.
I think one slash would actually do. No, okay, never mind.
It's usually 2 spins with the thing. Fire Rod is 4 Fire Rod shots, I believe.
Yeah, but I thought he hit it with 1 Fire Rod shot and a spin already, so I was like, shouldn't it be 1 slash and you're good? But maybe I was wrong.
I mean, it's definitely a risk if Tojso decides to skip the left-hand side. Did we see Compass? I don't think we saw the Compass. It looks like he's heading back in, though.
All right. Yeah, and the left side play here. Oh! Never mind.
Oh!
He's piecing out.
He looked at his dungeon items and went, nah, I'll skip this. Another manual seeing the rock. And has a fairy. It doesn't... Oh, what a waste. Poor fairy. So yeah, this requires... It's so weird to be this late in the seed and not have any gloves. So there's some muscle memory there of things. We got Fat Fairy already. I missed that. I did not realize that.
Yep, the Tower of Hera and Swamp Palace crystals being the 5/6.
So in terms of dungeons that our runners can reach, though, Glove technically didn't unlock anything new in terms of dungeons, but now, of course, Tojso can more easily get over to Skullwoods and Thieves. Just money. Manual getting a health refill. Oh, he didn't do the basement of Hera.
Oh no.
It looks like Tojso is making his way towards the Village of Outcast region. Thankfully, I think Manuel's heading back up to Hera. Hopefully. Oh no. Oh no. Manuel just ran by.
Get back in there.
Oh, that's gonna be tough. So the glove was in the basement of Swamp, so definitely Hookshot gives us one of our gloves. I don't know where the second one is yet. Maybe we'll see it somewhere in the Village of Outcast region.
Could be.
But even still, we need to see that Hookshot to beat the game.
And Tojso heading into Thieves Town.
Looks like he's opting to do Crystal before Pendant.
That does seem like a reasonable routing decision.
I mean, the nice thing about this is if he happens to find Book inside of Thieves here, he can also check Pedestal. Or, you know, just get Compass and Map out of the way.
Yep, we could be seeing the rare 4 dungeon item foyer.
That means all items all the way. Rest of the way.
Or is it foyer? I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Yes. Of course, you're guaranteed to get a big key in the first 4 chests. And how about a tunic upgrade? Nice blue cape or shirt? No, it's a cape for Ganon.
There's Ganon's pig sprite again.
So Manuel just finished the right-hand side of Death Mountain. Unfortunately,
go back to Hera.
That seems to be what you need for progression. Because keep in mind, Manuel cannot get over to Thieves and Skull Woods and any of the area that Tojso's in now without that hookshot or glove. So all Manuel's going to have is the first half of Swamp at this point. You know what would be funny? Is if there's a glove at the left-hand side of Swamp.
Mm-hmm. So Manuel's going to head up this direction and be disappointed.
We got a couple items already in Thieves. Oh, I think he just realized. You need... So, it's interesting. All the portals are blocked by a rock. Yeah, Manuel's gonna quickly run out of locations because of what Glove unlocks. And Hookshot. Given that we know where Hookshot is, I should say. So he can do the first half of Swamp, and that's basically it. I'm not sure what tracker Manuel uses. Some of the trackers that our racers will use does have an item count for the dungeons, so it'll tell you how many items are in each dungeon. Para happens to be one that has 2 items in it. Hopefully, if he does have that, he didn't mismark it.
So the small key being found in the one chest, it can actually be found down here in.
Oh, he's doing the back of escape because he can't do it without glove.
Oh
my gosh, I forgot about that. And with how late gloves were this seed, wow. There's only one more item for Tojso on Blind himself. And then maybe we'll see some Skull Woods. Could also see the Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb. There's a couple locations here Tojso can check.
Yep. Could also look at Bumper Cave if you had the inclination.
Sure, just in case it's needed.
And I also imagine we'll see him check Sea House and the Bomb Hut, because he checked the chest game and then hasn't done the rest. I have been known to skip that after doing Thieves Town, so I made a mental note.
Alright, so he knows there's an item. Maybe he thinks he can't do it for some reason. So where is that next bit of progression? Are we gonna find a bow, or are we gonna find the mitts first? I imagine mitts.
There we go.
Yep, there they are.
Congratulations. So it looks like I probably would have gotten burned by the left side of Swamp.
Maybe Bo can still be sitting over there.
Yeah, there is that possibility. That's why I say probably, because it's not guaranteed.
Alright, so in terms of Crystal Dungeons, that unlocks Ice Palace for us, but it also maybe potentially unlocks Turtle Rock and Mire, depending on what medallion is needed for them. We have a lot of locations. Given mitts were the first thing to find, a lot of locations Bo can be sitting at this point.
So Tojso decided to come check the Graveyard Ledge. It's way out of the way, so getting this done, right now is probably a good idea. It's not going to get any more convenient.
How about a red tunic? Nice and safe. Looks like Manuel might be heading towards Swamp at this point.
Yeah. So we'll get to see what's on the left side, I imagine. Oh?
A shielding King's Tomb. I'm thinking Manuel, like, clearly, since he's running out of things, he's trying to remember, did I miss something somewhere? So Mire area for Tojso, a nice quick spot to check. In addition, can go do desert. There's the bow!
Oh!
That's go mode!
We got some bow mode over here.
Wow! 55 minutes in, and we have reached go mode. Only 3 crystals dungeons, so we'll have to see 4 more dungeons. Plenty of big keys to find. So the trolliness really came from the Aga required. We'll know right away if Tojso realizes he's in go mode. Yep, he is mirrored out.
And you know, I just don't see him deciding to check anything else that's irrelevant. You know?
He has half magic, he has silvers, he has red tunic. I mean, butter sword would make things a little nicer, but it's not worth like looking for.
Right, you'll check exactly what you need to and no more. Ice Palace will not have a single thing opened in it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there was anything in a pendant dungeon today.
No? Yeah, it was just the Aga required. So yeah, we didn't have to go searching for that last medallion. They have all the items to do all of Ganon's Tower, so there's no more trolliness left in the seed. I mean, we can have a Tyrone Big Key if you guys want.
There is that possibility. And so now, when you're not playing the seed and you're watching, you finally see a seed that's actually fast.
That's right. All right, there's our 4th crystal. Finishing off desert for Tojso. And he can do the pod. Oh, nope, you can't pick up stuff while you're calling the duck.
That is interesting. I didn't even know that.
So we're probably going to see a pod Eastern combo. Quick ice. I mean, go mode ice is nice to see if the runner can do a bomb jump. Manual is going to scope out the first half of Swamp here. We will see the left-hand side. There's at least one item over there. I didn't get a full count. We
unfortunately know it's going to be not great.
Right. It could be something trolly like Mushroom, which would be a shame. Or maybe Book.
Yeah, I was going to say, worst case scenario, Book.
Book would actually be nice because it would make Manual go up to Death Mountain towards Hera.
Potentially, yes.
And the big key might be either on the right-hand side or the big key chest here, so we haven't seen those locations in this dungeon. And of course, right-hand side would actually be the best case for Tojso when you're go-moding this dungeon. I should say left-hand, like here in this chest that Tojso's about to open, or the right-hand side is probably the fastest chest you're going to check here.
Oh, well, Tojso's gonna check the entire backside and not find a silly thing. Gonna have to go through the bowlock section. Maybe not. Maybe he'll check these first few and then take the portal.
That's right, the bottle. Alright, so Manuel's setting up to got the key to flood the left-hand side to check what's over there. And unfortunately, without hookshot, that means you gotta fall on the left, climb back up, fall on the right. Wow, there's the big key on the right-hand side. Chozo's gonna take a look at this chest while he's over there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew it was going to be on the right-hand side, right?
It could have been the big key chest.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What?
I'm not certain what Tojso is doing.
Tojso, did you get the memo? Okay, well, Manuel's gonna check the chest we missed in Swamp right now. He acted like he was in go mode in Desert, so I'm a little confused right now. So, like, he acted like he was in go mode, and now he's not. Maybe he didn't realize he got a big key.
That's possible.
Stop.
I mean, maybe he wasn't paying attention when he opened the silly thing. No, he walked in, grabbed the big key, and left. In Desert Palace.
A shield is on the right-hand side. So I'm pretty sure that's it for Manuel. Nothing else was unlocked at this point.
And we know that the big key is inside the big chest. Which is a possibility for both Swamp Palace and Skull Woods.
Right, right. Well, if we interview Tojso after the race, we can ask him why he decided to full clear pod. He's going on the left-hand side. Manuel, let's see where Manuel decides to go. I'm not convinced he realized he missed an item up at Hera. Or maybe he knows it and doesn't realize he can access that for some reason. Maybe he thinks it's behind Glove for some reason.
Yeah, I can't really figure out what Tojso is doing. Like, you have everything you could possibly want, minus the Butter Sword, and the Butter Sword's not going to make that big a difference.
I mean, this is a shame to see it come to this point. It's always awkward, like you're in the middle of a race, and then you get to the point where you're like, I could have sworn I checked everything. And then you have to, like, think back what you might have missed. I would say gloves is awkward. No gloves makes this awkward. Because there's a lot of locations you pop in and, like, can I do this? And, like, oh, I can't do this. Like, he tried to do catfish. It's all these little locations that usually by now, when you enter Dark World, you have gloves. Usually it's like the hammer that you're missing for your Dark World access. Given that there's 2 gloves in the game, it seems to be pretty rare that's the case. But we got to see it.
And Tojso gonna take down Helmasaur King. This will be a pretty quick fight, I imagine.
I mean, you got Hammer, you got Tempered, you can opt to just silver him in the face. 1 silver does the trick. So you can see on Manuel's side, he's doing the whole "what did I miss" type thing.
Where
Nice.
in the world is that thing that I missed?
That's right. That's what's going through his head right now.
I'm not going to say I have... Go ahead.
I was going to say, they already went through Eastern, so Tojso has the big key. You can just head straight to Armos.
I'm going to be a straight shot to finishing out. Armos will have something. Could be
That's
butter.
right.
Who knows?
We only saw 2 items. Maybe it's the butter sword. What more could you ask for? Yeah, I don't think for Manuel it's the case of I don't want to do Tower Room. I think it's something else. There's some reason he thinks he can't do Tower Room for some reason. We just don't know what it is. But we'll ask later on.
I'm not saying I have lyrics that I've been working on to where in the world is that thing that I've missed. But I might.
A new Dr. Bobtastic single soon to be released.
I gotta record Where's the Bow first.
Silver's making quick work of this Eastern. Usually they hit 2 normal arrow shots. In this case, it's just 1 silver.
Nicely done. Hey, a bottle.
Is that our last bottle?
I believe so.
Because we saw a bottle, but they weren't able to get it at the time. I don't remember where that was, though.
I was gonna say, where was that? Oh, there was one on the desert ledge, which he got.
Oh, that was the one I was thinking of. So there's still 1 bottle at large. Come on, Manuel. Send him your energy chat. Tell him mentally, of course, not in his chat. I'd hope he doesn't have the chat open. But mentally, send him a picture of Hera Tower Room.
I think Tojso is gonna have a problem.
Oh no, where's he going? Tojso, please. We didn't even start the guessing game, so we're not going to because he ain't going in there yet.
It's possible that he thinks Turtle Rock is a crystal or something.
Is that why he was looking for a medallion? Oh man! What is going on?
Like he might have mismarked it.
I hope he can't go in. Don't be Ether. Don't do game. Okay, it's Quake.
It's Quack. Yeah, I think he's under that impression. Because look, he's going into Hookshot Cave.
It better be in Ganon's Tower, because if he gets Quake here, he's gonna see the pendant drop from Trineck. He hasn't gone to do Meyer, so he knows Meyer's a pendant. It's giving Manuel a chance to catch up a little bit. Alright. Although we haven't seen Spike Cave yet.
I was gonna say we might see a Spike Cave check.
This is a go mode of checking items. This was looking like a sub 130 seed, but unfortunately, Tojso might have wrote things down wrong. Manual double checking these locations, like, what did I miss? What haven't I checked?
Just a bunch of money. But I mean, if he's didn't think he was in go mode, why didn't he check desert?
I have no idea.
Okay, so this is confusing.
I feel like we're watching a different scene than the one we're commentating. Come on, Manuel. You're there. You're there. Oh man, is he doing it?
Do it. Go to the basement.
I mean, honestly, if Tojso picks up Quake, it's gonna be huge for Manuel.
Oh, we're getting a Batman check.
Although we need, what was it? There was one glove in Swamp, one glove in Village of Outcasts, and then you have to take that and get Bow at Mire. So we're still going to see some full clearing on Manuel's side. There's the last bottle. Now I feel complete.
Seems good.
I'm sure Tojso knows he can do ice, though. So it's not that he's looking for access to ice. I think he might think Turtle Rock's required. Are we gonna see Skullwoods?
I think he's about to do the blacksmith and the purple chest.
Alright, there goes Manuel. He's doing the tower room.
Thank goodness. Manuel is going to get his hook shot.
He's gonna be so upset seeing that hook shot. Rage income. I think Rage is already here.
That looks like Rage to me.
Yep. He's got the bombs ready. He knows. He knows he's about to pick up an item here.
Tojso finds a small key. And a burrito.
There's the hook shot from Manuel as he sits and contemplates life.
Are
And
you kidding me?
The Rage. Oh, there's the big key for Skull Woods, in case we were looking for it.
Yeah, because we definitely need the big key. Because we're totally not in go mode somehow. I don't know.
That's a nice bomb jump. Another shield.
Well, there we go. If he goes back left side swamp, he can get the riot shield.
So Manuel, of course, has to take the Aghanim, the pyramid portal. And I imagine he's going to go... Hopefully he's going to go to Swamp. I mean, he could opt to do Village of Outcasts. He'll also get a glove that way, which isn't that bad.
Right. Ooh, and Tojso gets grabbed from above.
Okay, looks like we're going to get a Swamp play from Manuel, which is good. He'll get his glove. And he can, use that to get over to Village of Outcasts a little faster. Have we gotten... Yeah, we got a shield so far. So that means there's one more item for Tojso. It just better not be Quake for his sake.
It does look like Manuel will be heading into Swamp. That's gonna get a glove to happen.
Oh, careful with the damage taking there. These enemies do quite a bit of damage. And Manuel has not picked up a tunic yet, because There's one in here, though, isn't it? Or was that Thieves?
Yeah, Thieves Town and Graveyard Ledge. Both of which he theoretically has access to now.
It's true.
And Tojso gonna go finish off Mothula for some reason.
I mean, this seed is not complete until we get a blind pull-up head, right?
Nah, I'm pretty sure they would find the pendant, or they would find the crystal in Ice Palace before they found the pendant. Before they found the pendant Turtle Rock. Because if they think Ice Palace is a pendant, they'd have to go do that to do the pedestal pull. And then they'd be like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah. That's why I'm just hoping we don't see Quake. And I don't even know
Quake,
what was missing.
Oh no!
I missed it. I was looking away. Oh no.
It was Quake.
Oh no! It was Quake. No, Tojso, you're not wrong. Go mode. Go back. Don't do it. I'm sorry if he rewatches this. I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him, because he'll look back and laugh over this. So Manuel has a chance to catch up here.
In the immortal words of GDQ, that's never happened before.
Manuel's about to pick up his first glove, an hour and 17 minutes in, with some bonus powder.
Yep.
He's in double go mode right now. He just doesn't know it.
He's gonna go pick up that pendant at Turtle Rock and be like, what? And then do a map check and be like, wait a minute.
So, for our viewers here, and you happen to do some random here, it doesn't hurt to double check your map. If you're not sure in some way, like, hey, was this actually... And especially with how early go mode was for Tojso, 55 minutes in, just do another quick check of the map. Like, is this for real? Is this really go mode? And then you could see the map and like, yes, okay, I marked it correctly. This is go mode.
And now there is one chance that he might actually hear the music.
Right. So Pendant Dungeons in standard and open mode, Pendant Dungeons have this music that we're hearing right now, which is what you would hear in vanilla Light World dungeons. Alright, there is a swamp clear for Manuel. Does he decide to do Fat Fairy after this?
Whoops.
He's probably feeling behind right now. Because of what happened. I mean, earlier, what happened with the Moon Pearl, and with how late Quake was. The Butter Sword in Turtle Rock.
Well, we got butter.
I was hoping he would just leave like, this is what I was looking for. So Manuel looks like he's going to go to left-hand side with Hookshot, which is interesting. He could mirror and just, you know, go the back way.
Yeah, but he can take care of you know, King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks while he's getting here, and That's the sort of thing you might want to do.
You can path these items and get them out of the way. Because I'm sure Manuel's also feeling very far behind at this point, given what happened. So he's looking at these locations that a runner might put off later on. And hoping it helps. A nice shield to have for Manuel on blind, because it actually blocks some of those shots.
Yep. So once he's got that glove, you've got to hope that he can sometime in the near future go check that mire shed.
I mean, I'm hoping Manuel goes to Village of Outcasts first, because if you come from this direction, you're going to hit up C House. The C-shaped house, which is where mitts are, and if he does that, maybe he could just like instantly go to mire, and get the bow. Like that would be the best situation for Manuel, but it's not something I imagine doing.
Yeah, he also left his portal up there on the ledge, so that's not going to work out.
No. Speaking of goofy hitboxes, those pokies. So he's acting like he's in go mode now, because he didn't check Mema Cave.
Right. So he's going to be very surprised when he sees a green pendant fall from Trinex.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows Mire is a pendant. I just think he mismarked Ice and Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I've done something similar, but I have. I once cleared Ice when I didn't need to.
Right. So I think Manuel is going to check Village of Outcasts area first before going into Thieves.
That's going to be pretty good.
I mean, a full clear of Thieves is not that much different compared to like go mode Thieves.
Right. And you know, a lot of people are saying, you know, Tojso doesn't hear the music. Oh no. Well, you know, after a while, you just kind of tune that out as a runner, you know?
It's true.
It's
like, he just thinks
good.
It's in go mode, so he's ignoring everything and just go. Don't die. There's a book!
Well, laser literacy.
So we got mitts for Manuel. He's deciding to do Thieves. Of course, it's a crystal dungeon, so why not?
And it's always the last chest you check on Laser Bridge. If you decide to go bottom to top, it'll be the first one. If you decide to go top to bottom, it's always the last one.
It's true.
At least he's going to have Buttersword to make just the quickest work of Trinex.
He's going to feel so behind. Like, if he already feels behind, he's going to feel immensely behind at this point. Looks like that's a one cycle. Trinex. Manuel's heading to the back half. He's just missing Bow at this point.
All right. Incoming confusion in 3, 2, 1.
I can just imagine what he's thinking right now. Why am I holding up a pendant? Oh my gosh. Got him! I was hoping we'd get a map check. I think he realizes what he did.
There we go.
I think he realizes what he did.
Yeah.
So Manuel still has a lot to do in order to catch up, though. Okay, Tojso's in go mode. I can confirm this. Well,
Yeah,
he skipped the chest.
He didn't check the chest in the first Pengator room.
That's... chat, please.
Well, I mean... You know, it happens to everybody.
It does.
You're not going to have everything perfect every time.
It's why I say do things like double check the map just in case. If you get an early go mode and it seems too good to be true, you know, wasting a couple seconds looking at your map is not gonna hurt.
So apparently that bomb position on the Stalfos trick is very forgiving.
It is. It is. Throwing that bomb away, I didn't like that one.
I think he's a pixel... Nope. Yeah, well... I think he just got bodied by the fire bar.
Yeah, I don't know the method when you're facing down. Because the pixel position's a little different. Oh no, blind moving to the bottom makes it a little tougher down there. Luckily, red tunic means not too bad. So yeah, it's a really question of what Manuel's going to do at this point. If he instantly checks out the Mire area, he's going to be in go mode right away. Tojso, of course, just has to finish this dungeon, and then he's ready to go back up to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, you know, with those Titan's mitts that Manuel has, you know, when I'm over here, I'm probably thinking smiths and things like that. So,
well, yep, looks like we're going to see what the smiths has for us.
yeah, Cold Stare stands no chance against the Butter Sword.
Oh, I think it's time. We should actually get this started. Oh,
All right.
It's
time for the big key guessing game, everybody. There are 22 chess locations. Get your guesses in for where you think the big key will be, 1 through 22. And if you are a subscriber to one of the Speed Gaming channels or in the 250 bits donation club, you'll be able to be added to our leaderboard as well.
So how trolly is this seed? I mean, honestly, overall, pretty forgiving seed. Maybe we'll get to see a nice, tasty tile room big key.
Yeah, maybe.
It's really the only trolley location they have left at this point.
Yep. The only real trolling this seed has done is it somehow mesmerized the runners into trolling themselves.
Which we've seen. Or the Dead Rocks, which worst enemy in the game, confirmed.
See, why do you think I think the powder's the best item?
To take care, I think that's the only thing you can do, right? Does Ether work on them?
Quake.
Quake. Oh, Manuel heading right into ice.
Well, I mean, that's a perfectly valid play. Unfortunately, if he wants to clear that out, it's going to take a lot longer than he wants.
It's interesting that it's an overworld location that's left, because in the logic before, you would see a lot of dungeon diving required for items. So in this case, just have to head over to Meyer. Meyer Shed's usually a pretty quick check that you can do. You can flute over, check 3 items out, essentially.
Yeah, but I mean,
you have the mirror.
Meyer is a pendant, so you might be disinclined to head up that direction.
Did we stop? Okay. All right, let's find out. Do a little count. Tojso is, of course, in Ganon's tower. Have to find that big key.
All right, so right-hand side, number 1 is a mushroom.
That's where it is.
So we got to go turn that in to get the Ganon's tower big key. Is that how that works? Oh wait, this is not Key Saturday anymore.
Flashbacks.
Well, we've got the map on the torch, so you know, nothing doing just yet.
We didn't even get a small key on the right-hand side either, did we?
Nope. We've got
There's the compass.
2 small keys over here. That means, according to my calculations, that it is overwhelmingly likely to be in the rando room.
Is that a probability thing?
Maybe. I could just be making it up.
We'll never know.
But it's gonna... If they don't get it, it does count as being checked.
So what do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 7 so far. Coming up. Oh, 8. Sorry, 8. Yep.
So the fire snake room will be number 9. Big 20. And here we go.
Oh,
Seems
no
like
rando room.
Seems like a failure there. That means we can be moving on to Bob's chest next, number 14. Which is, of course, my guess.
Given how late the small keys are, I'm saying it's going to be on the right-hand side. Somewhere. Maybe tower. I'm not saying tower room, but right-hand side.
I have reason to believe tile room has to be a small key. But no, I'm making that up. That's not right. There we go. Bob's chest had to be a small key.
Okay.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm right. That don't pay attention to me.
So we're up to 15 through 17 coming up. We're going to see an iced tea room on Manuel's side. We didn't really see any items over here, so... No.
Oh.
Right-hand side? What did I say?
Right side play it is.
That is a lot of hearts.
Also, Brian left his cane lying around in Ganon's tower. Don't know why. I should really go get a hold of Brian.
Where was Cape?
Cape was in Turtle Rock in the Crystal Roller Room.
Oh, right. All right, we got 18. Nope. 19. Nope. 20. Nope.
21.
There it is. So, did anyone guess 21 is the question?
Well, we'll certainly find out. It looks like
Riking 27.
27.
So good job for guessing number 21. Just shy of Tile Room. Ooh, there's the 10 bomb pack for Manual. This is still a Fessy, even with having to do Turtle Rock. This is still going to be a quick seed.
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty amazing time, to be honest. Even with that little gaff thrown in.
Now, if you're in Tojso's position, how far behind are you feeling right now?
Probably about 40 minutes. I would have already gone into my chat bot and given myself like 5 derps.
5 derps. That was a 5 derp move.
I'm not saying anyone deserves derps like that. But yeah, Tojso could have finished this seed around like 115. That might be an exaggeration, but it's really close.
I mean, he was in go mode at 55. He had to do Desert still at the time, so Desert, Pod, Eastern, and Ice. That's 4 dungeons.
Yeah, but Desert would have been pretty quick.
Well, he did do that pretty quick.
And Pod would have been very quick because he went red side or right side pretty quick to get that big key. And Eastern would have been just a straight shot to the back, and Ice would have been go-moded.
I mean, afterwards he was full clearing Pod. He went up to Death Mountain. He full cleared Dark Death Mountain. Did Skull Woods, which was extra. Yeah, that maybe at least 20 minutes added there.
Yeah. And then he full cleared Turtle Rock.
There's a crystal for Manual, getting that Ice Talus crystal out of the way. So really, it's just, if he decides to go to Desert to clear it and, you know, does Mire on the way, that would be the best thing.
Here we go. What's he going to play? Is he going to 6? He's going to 3.
We're going to see Skull Woods. Are we going to see... Did we even see Blackstar? I think he started doing it, but he didn't do Purple Chest.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be what we do after going to Desert. Because that leads right into Desert area.
True.
Kind of. Though you're still going to have to flute.
Backdoor is usually better. Oh, we're going north.
Like, I mean, he doesn't have books, so he can't actually get in either way.
Yeah, we got booked late.
Yeah, it was on Laser Bridge.
All right, Tojo's coming up to Aghanim Tune soon.
That's an interesting rupee count on Toso's screen.
Doesn't need to pick up a rupee more. Oh, nice triple there.
Geometry is your friend, Tojso. I've sometimes taken to calling this fight Geometry Wars.
Makes sense. You gotta do some quick geometry. Aghanim said there was gonna be a pop quiz. He wasn't kidding.
Oh.
Okay.
And yours going to Meyer. Check the shed. Please check the shed.
Okay, Ether to get in. Interesting. Ganon's talking about cheese. And this will be go mode for Manuel right now.
And I think he knows it. But Tojso has made it all the way to phase 3 of the Ganon fight.
No. Go mode, not to go.
Now, this isn't Key Sanity go mode.
Oh no.
You do have to get the big key.
Has he been playing Key Sanity? This feels like a Key Sanity move.
I mean, it's certainly something I've done. I've gone to the boss door of Pod without the big key.
I've walked to this door. The walk of shame. Silver's making quick work of Ganon, and there is our winner, Tojso. He doesn't quite have a timer, so we'll just have to glance at Manuel's timer.
Yep. I imagine his official time will be somewhere in the vicinity of 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds.
So there you go, GG Tojso. He's probably like, how did that happen? After Turtle Rock. GG to Tojso, pulling off his first win of the tournament. Manuel is finishing up. Desert, and realizing, unfortunately, when he got to the big key door, that he was missing the big key.
And I think I'm going to go ahead and move Tojso on in here. What do you think?
Yep, go for it.
And we are joined by our winner today, Tojso. How you doing, Tojso?
GG.
Well, I'm wondering if I should have done Meyer just to make it all dungeons.
I mean, maybe.
At that point. All right.
Yeah.
Question we gotta ask. What?
I'm sorry. I just wasn't paying attention to the music when I was in T-Rock. And
we were wondering if you were gonna listen to it, and you kept going. You were in.
Yeah, I was just going forward, not paying attention to anything but what was in front of me.
I guess you somehow got your wires crossed and thought that Turtle Rock was the crystal and not Ice Palace.
Yeah, what I had in my mind was, okay, it's the 3 dungeons on the outside, which includes Ice Palace, Meyer, Skullwoods, and T-Rock. I just had Ice Palace and T-Rock switched on that.
Oh, I see. So, you started doing Pod, and you were full clearing it, and that was weird to us, because we're like, he's in Go mode, but
yeah.
He's looking for something in Pod. What is he looking for? You were looking for a medallion, I assume.
I was, just in case I needed it for T-Rock.
And yet, once you found the big key in Desert, you were just like, nope.
Yeah. I figured, it's quick to go back to Desert later, and while I'm over in Eastern and Pod, I can just do all of that at once, and just going off and clearing out the rest of the other dungeons later is pretty quick. I mean, Desert does not take long to get back into.
Right.
And we were sitting here like, please don't let it be Quake and Skull Woods. And it was Quake and Skull Woods.
It was Quake. That was the worst thing to happen to you.
Yeah, there was that. I actually didn't even check what the Meyer medallion was, so I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Quake
Ether
or anything. Oh, it was Ether.
Oh,
Okay,
you
so
were gonna go there next.
Yeah, I was gonna go there next after Skull Woods.
Why Meyer and not Ice, though?
I don't know.
That reluctance to do ice. Well, that's okay, because in the end you end up pulling up, but that's unfortunately because of a mistake from your opponent, who missed doing Tile Room in Hera.
Oh, okay. I forget what was it. Was it flippers?
Hook shot.
Hook shot.
Shot. Okay, yeah.
Which, of course, blocked both of the gloves.
Yeah, it does.
So, unfortunately, he didn't. Maybe he didn't realize he could do it, or because apparently his tracker said he still had an item left in Hera, but it was a time-consuming sync where he was double-checking things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you both were somewhat close in the beginning. You're about a minute off, despite what happened with Moon Pearl early on. You guys both ended up full clearing everything before finally getting to the Dark World.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to call the Seed's bluff as soon as it gave me a Master Sword and Lamp, thinking, okay, Aga's probably going to be required. I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way now.
Yeah, we were in shock. We're like, wow, he's going for it this early. But unfortunately, you saved and quit away from Ice Rock Cave, which we later found out was where Moon Pearl was.
Yeah,
Right,
halfway on the way up there, we thought... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, that was just the unfortunate bit there. If I had done that first, it would have just been amazing, getting the Ice Rod first, or Ice Rod Cave anyway.
Yeah.
We saw your opponent pick that up about when you were halfway up the tower, and we're like, oh no, this is going to be a bad call. Turned out it was a great call.
Yeah.
Absolutely required. It was 45 minutes before you picked up your first glove, and it was about 30 minutes later that Manuel picked up his first glove.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, 10 minutes later, after you picked up your first glove, that was technical go mode.
So real quick, Manuel, unfortunately, is going to find out the hard way you need a small key for this section. I think the small key was actually at the bomb area by the arrows. Like, that's the only one that's left.
Yep.
So he's going to have to backtrack through the right-hand side. So there's a lot of little things like this. What's required? Whenever you go upstairs in GT, make sure you have a small key before you start going upstairs. Pod, make sure you have a small key if you're going to go take on the boss. It's things like this that you learn over time just by playing and, learning the hard way.
At least he's not going to get all the way to the boss door. He's just going to get to this door right here and be like, wait a minute.
Yep, there it is. There's the door.
So I guess there wasn't a key in the two Helmasaur chests?
Oh, no. He's in Pod right now.
Oh, he's in Pod, okay. I thought he was in GT.
Yeah, overall, he, for a moment, was about 30 minutes behind until you started, going to Turtle Rock. Which we suspect you lost about 20 minutes there.
Yeah, especially because I had to go up there and then back down, check a few things, and then Skull Woods to get quick, and then go all the way back up, only to realize, oh wait, that's a pendant dungeon. Whoops.
So how behind were you feeling? Like, were you just waiting for that dot done to come in?
In GT, I was starting to feel a bit worried about it. I mean, Ice Palace is definitely one of the quicker dungeons that you can just blast on through, so it wasn't that bad as soon as I realized what my mistake was.
Right.
And I feel like that, for the most part, the items that I had gotten were gotten pretty quickly. So I didn't really feel that behind.
Yeah, like I said, you got your first glove at 45 minutes in. You were in go mode at 55 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it was that quick afterwards. So it was actually pretty insane seed. Even though Aghanim was required, it was still a very fast seed.
Yeah.
So yeah, congrats on that first win. Going into the second week, 1-0.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm gonna have to load up all the stuff onto my laptop because I'm actually going on vacation here for about a week, so I gotta get all that set up so I can schedule the next match and be able to play it.
Right. Hopefully you'll take good notes of which dungeons are pendants the next time.
Yeah, that is something that I haven't really had to do before, but I haven't played a rando in a while.
The funny thing is,
the mirror was right next to the Pegasus boots, wasn't it?
it was. But the funny thing is, the first pendant dungeon we found out about was on Manuel's side when he talked to Sahasrara. So he knew early on that Turok was the green pendant. You did, of course, didn't talk to Sasha because why would you when you can check the map? But unfortunately, that hurt.
Yeah, that really hurt. Now that I realize that, wow, that would have saved me a lot of heartache because I knew that Skullwoods and Mire were two of the pendants. I just had it mixed up on T-Rock and Ice, and that would have cleared it up real quick.
Yeah.
Although I do like how at the very start of the run I had my file names as Hammer Please Uncle, and he gave it to me.
You called it.
100%.
Although I'm not really happy with how I went through Escape. It was all kinds of sloppy.
It wasn't too bad. You were lucky enough to get a bomb. Unfortunately, Manuel had to backtrack later on. When he was looking for that hook shot, he actually went through the front because you guys got gloves so late.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get it through the back like that.
He actually ended up backtracking through it just to check that spot. This was an insane seed. I've never seen glove this late.
And yet it be such a fast seed.
Right.
Yeah. I guess this is V29's version of a fast seed.
There's Helmet Star down. Manuel, all he has to do at this point is Eastern. And then he's done, ready for GT. But of course, with the small key not being on the right-hand side, we'll probably see a full clear of the basement section again. Unless he does a different strat, but I don't usually see that one.
Yeah, Dark Magician strat has kind of fallen out of favor, I think.
Yeah.
That's where you go off to the 4 chests on the left immediately, and then you mirror and clear the right, because you're guaranteed to have a small key for the tile room door.
And you had, I guess, 18 hearts at the end there.
Yeah, I think I looked at my timer at one point. It was only 30 minutes in, and I had 13. It was kind of insane at that point.
And once you got to the west side of Dark World, they just handed you all the mail upgrades as well, so that just became real easy. And then, you got Butter and Turtle Rock, so it wasn't a complete loss.
And the book, and I think the mushroom was there too.
Mushroom was in GT.
Oh, it was in GT, okay. Yeah, I know I had at least one side quest item in there. Oh, it was Birna, that's the other one.
All right. So, do you have anything else you'd like to tell us before we follow Manuel through the rest of this seed?
Not especially.
All right. Well, thank you once again, and congratulations. You're welcome to hang around and do whatever you want, but I imagine you have other things to do, so we can let you off the hook here.
I think I'll get on with that. Thanks for commentating. Thanks for streaming the race and such, and catch you all later.
Yep. GG again. All right, Manuel coming up to the Armos fight. Plenty of silver arrows. I mean, silver makes quick work. You need 6 against Armos here, 2, of course, on the Igor's blocking the way. And then you might need a handful of silvers, but make sure you have 4 saved for Ganon. You don't want to get the Ganon with silvers and then not have any arrows.
Yeah, you also want 4 for the climb up to Ganon's Tower. Yeah. There are some arrows on the way up as well, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, he has 11 right now. There's a few pots you can pick up to get some arrows, depending on if he decides to go to Ice Armos. So we'll see what path he decides to take.
And get your guesses. Never mind.
So what was the finish we said? 144?
Something along those lines.
So we're looking at roughly a 20-minute difference right now. And again, Manuel for a while was, retracing his steps, looking. He probably missed. He probably lost out on about. Given where he was at the time, since he did an early dip of pod, I'm gonna say he was about 25 minutes behind.
Nah, I don't know anybody who's run out of arrows on Ganon. Who's done that?
Sorry, not behind, but he would when he picked up glove 30 minutes later. If he had picked it up right away, he's probably about 5 minutes behind. That's what I should say. So at the time, he was probably about 5 minutes behind, and it actually would have been ridiculous to see what would have happened if he had gotten that hook shot earlier. Manuel got hook shot at about the 117 mark. It's a shame we don't track that. I mean, we track a couple of things. No, sorry. Hook shot was not 117. That was his first glove. It was a 117.
Yeah, well, it would have been like 114 or something, because he got that. He basically went right to Swamp right after getting the hook shot.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, despite the time difference, it was actually it ended up being sort of close between them in their approach, I should say. Mistakes happen.
All right, Manuel's gonna check these two chests, not find a small key.
Oh, for a moment, I thought we were going to get a tie room check. So yeah, there's not too many ways to go through the basement here of Ganon's Tower. I mean, assuming you have all the items that you need anyway. Dark Magician that we were talking about earlier is coming to this room first, right away, picking up the key on the way, of course, and the chest here. Because even if you get nothing, you could just get items in this room. That small key you get where the hammer pegs were, that's enough to get you to the right-hand side.
And I think there's actually guaranteed to be at least one more small key in either those four, or the torch, or the two on the right side.
I mean, there appears to be a lot of small keys in Ganon's Tower, but I think it's only 4 keys in chests.
That's true. There's only 4, but I know there's at least one in the first 7 locations.
Right, because you need it to advance. So keep in mind, the logic of the rando assumes you'll use the small keys in the worst possible way, because it can't account for all runners of all skill levels, and when you're new to the game, you might not know where to go. So it could just assume that you waste all of your keys. It has to be beatable. So it has to make sure you can progress somehow. It's the reason why in Pod, you won't get a small key in the Dark Maze, because you could misuse your keys in such a way to not be able to access the Dark Maze if there was a small key in there. So we're coming up to Bob, followed by Ice Armos.
Jet, what's the secret to dashing past these holes?
Touch the bottom wall.
But I do that, it doesn't work.
Really?
Do you have to be facing left or right before you start the dash?
I mean, so what I do is, I press down. So I'm pushing against the wall briefly. Face right, dash.
Okay. That's it. I press against the wall, dash face right, which I think doesn't work.
No, because yeah, that would be weird. I would say face right then dash. Heck, you could face down right, like you could press sort of right down right. You know, make sure you're pushing against the wall, and then just start your dash.
It's all right. He just teleported to the other side of the room.
Oh, is that what Bob does?
He does.
Oh, that was Sankheart.
Well, how nice. All right, so we're gonna see a right side check. We'll see if we get a tile room check or not.
Is there even anything good left? I mean, we haven't seen Bombos.
Tile room check it is.
It looks... I don't know Secret of Mana that well, but that looked like a Moogle to me.
It was a Moogle.
Okay.
The one thing about Secret of Mana is one of the little status effects you can get is you can get turned into a Moogle.
Oh.
That actually came from the original Game Boy Secret of Mana game and was kind of a holdover. I don't know why I know this. I never actually played Secret of Mana all the way through.
No!
Oh no!
The chest isn't going to come back either, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get it again if he wants it.
So the trick in that spot is you want to kill the last tile, so that way the chest spawns right away. Of course, make sure you're in a good spot so you can not get grabbed.
Oh. Yeah, it's basically just an Easter egg.
And with no cape, you can't do the turn on cape, pull on the wall technique.
Yeah. Although there is also a chocobo in the original Final Fantasy adventure, or the Secret of Mana for the Game Boy.
I mean, I'm not surprised Square would have done this.
I told you there was a small key in the tile room.
That's right. You know your GT logic.
I was completely making it up. Like I don't
Should've
think it was
just ran
guaranteed.
with it. So you have actually a lot of time hitting these torches here. You might think it takes a while because you're going from the north to the south, but you actually have time to like push on that block that Manuel pushed on, even after lighting the top torch. And the trick to throwing this block is you want to be on the tile to the right of the blue pegs. If you go too far to the right, the way you throw it, I mean, you can always hit it in the midair as well.
And for Manuel, it's going to be chest number 22. Nope, 21.
Oh,
He skipped one.
Just kidding.
He's like, I will have none of your sass.
And he's taking the portal in case you need a small key to go upstairs, but 2 small keys is more than enough. As I mentioned, you always want to make sure you have 1 small key before you head upstairs.
Yeah, so like, if I get the big key on the right-hand side, and then I see a key on the torch on the left side. I'm also going to pick up the one under the pot next door. Because it's a little faster to me than killing the Helmosaurs. Because I just hate those mini Helmosaurs.
Well, keep in mind, you can use the skull pots in that room to kill them. Well, I mean, you can kill them, both of them, but usually just throwing the one is enough to hit the one with the key. If you do it on the left. The right, then the other one is closer, so something like that.
I am reasonably certain that basically every torch that exists is going to be lit for the same amount of time.
Yeah. That's the thing. The torches in Mire, it's the same thing. You think you don't have that much time, but you have a lot of time that you can basically push the blocks and light the torches with the lantern. You might not think you have enough time, but you actually do.
Yeah. It's a reasonably forgiving window. It's not like the world's most forgiving.
I imagine that the play testers actually went for that sort of length because they would see how long it would take people to do those rooms.
But I mean, I've actually missed one of the torches with the lamp once and had to turn back around and hit it again on the push block thing, and it still worked.
Yeah. So I don't think time is running during your screen transition.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So plenty of magic. I don't know if Manuel has any safety potions at this point. Because I know we've seen...
don't believe so.
Oh, are we getting a fairy?
I think there might have been a green one at some point.
Half magic means he has just enough magic here. Although he could pick up, there is a lower right skull pot, has a small magic container. I think he has enough. So you'll do one more cane.
Yeah, and then he's out, right?
No, because you could do two, see. And he should have 4 lantern shots left. Oh no. Well, that changes everything. Although there's a couple small magic coming up.
I think there was a potion on Armos, right? Or was it a bottle that was empty?
I don't remember. The empty bottle was in the, what's it called? The magic bat.
Right. But I believe he also checked that.
Yeah. Yeah, the idea for coming up here, and this is what I've learned doing any percent NMG, is that you want to make sure you have 2 fire rod worth shot of magic left. Now, you can have just 1 after Lammo, because I mentioned there's a small magic container right afterwards. So you get, as long as you have 2, that's enough. Cane, you can do 2 cane shots per fire rod shot. You can do 4 lanterns per fire rod shot. So if you have 2, that means you can do 2 canes, followed by the 3 lanterns that you need. There's a small magic container at the very bottom of the room, so you can grab that and fire rod. 1 small magic equals a fire rod.
Nice.
Yeah, he might be looking for butter. That's about the only thing left.
Yeah, I imagine he'll be fine with the final fight, though.
Well, we'll have to talk. I'm telling you, spins is the way to go. When you have tempered, just do a spin. 1 spin, 1 slash is all you need. Hammer is sort of asking for trouble when it comes to Moldorm.
Ow. Of course, holding out the sword on Moldorm gives you that much more safety as far as
True.
staying on the silly platform.
Because you can actually like walk against the pit if you get knocked towards it. Spikes though is just sort of like asking for like why have spikes? That's insult to injury there. You fall and then it's like, oh, and here, take some extra damage.
Pretty sure it's injury to injury.
That's right. Oh, big 20, that's boring. Put it back. We don't want to see that ruby. Who needs money? No bombos, yeah. We've basically seen all of GT except for the big chest. We've seen Turtle Rock, so maybe Bombos is sitting at Mire?
Yeah, it could be in Mire. Could be in the big chest. Could be at, like, the tablets.
Oh, we haven't seen any tablet.
Could be literal vanilla Bombos.
Another triple. Nice. Yep, there you go. It's basically the same count as Tojso there.
Yep.
So here we go, Manuel. No Butter Sword, though. Going to be a little longer phase 1 and 2 of Ganon here. Catfish. Did we see Catfish? No. No, we haven't.
Yeah, I guess not.
That's true. They had Mirror early on. Why did they not go south of the Grove?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, he's got a green potion, and that's about it. And no cape strats to help. Oh, get in the corner.
Oh, that's the nice setup.
That is the best corner.
You can get into the very corner, do spins, and it's over quick.
Yeah, you just got to spin it 3 times because you get 2 double spins, and with the tempered sword, those count for double.
I mean, this is safe too. You got the hook shot. You can dodge fire bats this way.
Yep, and we're in phase 3, so no problem there. Now, he got to Hype Cave. If you can get to Hype Cave, you can get to Cave 45.
Yeah. It's interesting which locations are actually available in the world without gloves. Okay, gonna do the torch glitch first. Oh, he was lighting too low. It's okay, he has a green potion now. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, he should be able to take care of Ganon without much issue.
Now, the trick to doing double hits on Ganon with the arrow is that you don't want to hit him towards the edge to the pits. The moment Ganon touches the pit, like he just teleports away. So you want to sort of hit him in such a way that you're hitting him either away from a pit or just such that he doesn't get knocked into it. So that's it for Manuel, finishing up at about a 2:14 here. Well, we'll get the exact time soon. It was basically a 30-minute difference, which was really, like, it was also...
It was that hook shot difference.
Yeah, it really was. Gloves was a 30-minute difference. So GG to Manuel. Luckily, he, was able to remember about the hook shot and, came back. Finished it up. So well done to him. So chat, make sure you give our runners a follow. They worked hard. They're in this tournament. Plenty more races to come. We'll see if he joins us for an interview, but otherwise we might just wrap it up real quick. We have more rando tonight. As was mentioned, this is going for the next few hours still.
Very true.
It's a Friday night. We need rando.
All the rando. All the rando. Just imagine that guy with the pink shirt and the yellow hair. It's an old meme, but it checks out.
Okay.
Oh, the rando.
Yep, don't know that one. Yeah, that's true. Did Manuel even go into the pendant dungeons at all? Like, I don't think he went into Skullwoods.
No. I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of Manuel real fast.
Okay, and while you do that, let me pull up the schedule here, see what's going on. So tonight is Saturday. No, it's Friday. Well, technically it's Saturday right now. Wow.
Well, my other method for getting a hold of him is not going to work today. So,
so we have a race going on Speed Gaming. Currently, just started. ACM's match starts at 1 a.m. That's in 15 minutes on Speed Gaming 2. It's Dao. Oh, I can't say his name. Daumb.
I think it's Dao TMB.
Sure. Versus Yoshi. That's the first one. Saul Nirath versus ACM. That's in 15 minutes. And then we have, of course, that 3 a.m., which might be restreamed because there's a question mark. We don't know. Yuki Saka versus Rockland.
Yeah, that's, I think Rachland is how she likes that pronounced.
Oh, I can't pronounce names. It's my thing.
That's okay. You don't have to know.
Let's see. You're like Dr. Bobastastic.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed watching. It's a shame we can't get Manuel in here for an interview, but hey, it was quite a seed. It was an interesting seed. So thank you all for watching here, and yeah, stay tuned for some more rando action.
Yeah, I also like to give a shout out to our tracker Cyclone for taking care of this business.
He was
here.
active in chat too.
Yep. If you enjoyed anything you saw here today, make sure to give the people involved a follow because we'd all appreciate it very much. I think so. And so anything else you'd like to say, Jet, before we wrap this up?
Nope. Let's hope for some more trolley seeds to come. Not like this one. We want trolls.
Yeah, except for my match, right?
Oh, sure. You can have a free one if you want.
All right. So with that, it's about time to wrap it up. So I'll just say that I have been Dr. Bobtastic.
Yeah, I'm Jet082.
And we'll see you later.
Have a good one.